Look at that, the classic blackjack dilemma. The dealer's showing a face card and I have 16. Do I hit or do I stay? You know what? Hit me, dealer.
21.
Yeah, right on. Excellent. Well, I think that's my cue. Thank you very much. Have a great night and good luck, everybody. So, since the dealer was showing a face card, I had to assume he had at least 20 because there are more cards worth 10 than any other cards in the deck, and therefore, I had to hit. I learned that on my last Princess Cruise, by the way. Now, it doesn't always work out in our favor, but it sure helps to know the basics. Thank you very much. And speaking of basics, we're going to go over all the basics in the Princess casinos, from blackjack and poker to craps and roulette, so you can maximize your casino experience and let the good times roll.
Kick it.
So, I figured I'd take a little break from the table games and try my luck at the slots. And you're probably thinking, slots? Not much to it. Just insert coin, push the button, or pull the handle. That's about it, right? Well, not quite. There's actually a lot to learn about the slots in the Princess casinos.
You'll find all the latest and greatest slot machines in the Princess casinos, with favorites like 777s, red, white, and blues, even video poker, all with various prices ranging from just pennies all the way up to $10. By far the most exciting are the Mega Cash slots. This is the largest progressive jackpot on the 7 seas, with the big jackpot linked throughout the entire fleet. And because the Mega Cash Big Jackpot continues to grow with every spin, you never know how big it's going to get. And playing slots couldn't be easier. All slot machines on Princess have bill acceptors that take any denominations of US dollars. They also accept Princess tokens, which you can get at the cashier's desk and at various change machines on the casino floor. And that's not all. Most Princess ships now have a cashless option, which allows you to download funds directly from your cruise card for credits to play at any slot machine. And when you're finished playing, you can upload your earnings and any remaining balance to your own player bank account. As long as you have your cruise card inserted in the slot system, it will track your play and award you $10 for every 1,000 points of play. Just ask any casino staff member for details.
Pretty cool, right? I told you there was a lot to learn about slots on Princess. Now, if you still have any questions, just ask any of the friendly casino staff. Oh, and don't forget about the slot tournament. It only costs $20 to enter for a chance to win $500. Just check your Princess Paddock for times and locations. Did you know when blackjack was first introduced to the United States in the 1800s, the payout was 10 to 1 if the player's hand consisted of an ace of spades and a blackjack? Just another thing I learned on my last Princess Cruise. Not to mention, they made learning blackjack really easy and fun. Hey, you guys.
Princess casinos offer up Vegas-style blackjack. This is one of the most popular casino games in the world and one of the easiest to learn. With blackjack, you're trying to beat the dealer by drawing cards that total or come closer to 21 than the dealer's hand. And there are 3 possible outcomes. You can win by beating the dealer, push by tying the dealer, or, unfortunately, you can lose. Now all cards are counted at face value, with the Jack, Queen, and King worth 10, and the Aces worth either 1 or 11. Winning bets pay even money, unless you have a blackjack, which is a 10-valued card, and an ace, which pays you 3 to 2. To begin, each player makes a wager in the betting box, and the dealer deals 2 cards face up to each player. The dealer receives one card face up and one card face down. Players can then make decisions based on their two cards and the dealer's up card.
And since you're not allowed to touch your cards, you get to use hand signals to communicate with the dealer.
If you feel you can beat the dealer without any more cards, you can stand by making a waving motion with your hand over your cards. If you want another card, you can hit by tapping the felt with your fingers. Once all decisions have been made, the dealer then reveals his full hand and, if necessary, may draw additional cards. Now keep in mind, the dealers don't make any decisions on their own. Princess Blackjack dealers actually have to hit up to 16 and stay on 17, unless they get an ace and a 6, known as a soft 17. There are also many ways to win even more money in the Princess casinos. For instance, you can double down if you think you can beat the dealer by taking just one more card. You can also split pairs. Let's say you're dealt 2 eights or 2 aces. You can split those into 2 hands with a wager that's equal to your original. You then have to play out the first hand before you receive any cards for the second hand. And finally, if the dealer is showing an ace, you can take out insurance by wagering up to 1/2 of the original bet. If the dealer has blackjack, you lose your first bet, but your insurance bet is paid 2 to 1.
Pretty simple, right? Oh, and some Princess ships even have fun variations of traditional blackjack. Just ask any casino staff member for details. And if you have any more questions or if you just want to practice, be sure to attend the blackjack lessons on board. I've got another one for you. Did you know that roulette is named after the French word for small wheel? And the Frenchman that first introduced roulette to the world was said to have made a deal with the devil, as there are 36 numbers on the roulette wheel, and if you add 1 through 36, guess what? You get 666. Interesting, huh? Actually, there's nothing to be scared of here. Roulette is a very simple game to learn and really a lot of fun to play.
The Princess Casino roulette wheel is made up of 38 sections. Numbers 1 through 36 are colored in red or black, and 0 and 00 are in green. Play begins when players have placed their bets by putting chips on the numbered layout. The dealer then rolls a white ball in the track of the roulette wheel, while the wheel spins in the opposite direction. Bets may be placed right up until the ball is about to leave the track and drop into one of the sectors. Players must stop betting when the dealer calls
No more bets.
When the ball finally lands, the dealer then places the marker on the winning number on the table and bets are paid accordingly. Let's take a look at some of the betting options. First, there's the straight-up bet, betting on just one number, including the green zeros, which pays out 35 to 1.
That's right, 35 to 1. Last time I put $20 on my lucky black 8 and won $700. How's that for lucky?
There's also the split bet, where you're betting on 2 numbers. That pays out 17 to 1. When you place a street bet, you're betting on any one of 3 numbers to hit, and that pays out 11 to 1. And a corners bet is when you bet on any 4 numbers. This pays 8 to 1. Place your chip on the 6 line and you're covering all 6 numbers. If one of those comes in, you'll receive 5 times your bet. And then there are the even money bets, and these are as easy as they look. You can bet on red or black, odd or even, and 1 to 18 or 19 to 36. Again, these bets pay even money. There are also the dozens bet, in which you're betting on either 1 to 12, 13 to 24, or 25 to 36. And finally, the columns bet, in which you can bet on one of 3 columns. Both these bets pay 2 to 1.
So that's roulette. As you can see, there are a lot of different ways to play, and wagers can be made with cash chips or these special roulette chips. I like buying the colored chips at the table so that I and the dealer can keep track of my bets. Oh, and this is important. Roulette chips have no cash value away from the table, so and be sure to redeem them before you walk away.
Yeah!
Woohoo! Have you ever heard the expression, "gimme the bones"? Well, that comes from the fact that dice used to be made out of bone beginning over 5,000 years ago. Nowadays, though, they're just made out of plastic.
The game of craps is rumored to be the fastest and most exciting casino game. And in the Princess Casino, it's no different. The fun begins as the players make their bets on the pass line or don't pass line. The shooter then chooses a pair of dice from the dealer and tosses them to the opposite end of the craps table. The pass line bet is betting that the shooter will win. To make this bet, place your bet on the pass line before the first roll of the dice, known as the come-out roll. Then, if a 7 or 11 is rolled, you win even money. If the shooter throws a craps, 2, 3, or 12, you lose. Any other number rolled becomes the point, and this point must be rolled again before a 7 is rolled to win. The don't pass bet is the opposite of the pass line bet. If a 2 or 3 is thrown on the come-out roll, you win. If the shooter throws a 7 or an 11, you lose. If a 12 is rolled, it's a standoff or push, and no one wins. Any other number thrown becomes the point. With this bet, you win if a 7 is rolled before the point is rolled again. Now, come bets can be placed anytime after the come-out roll. Like the pass line bets, come bets win if a 7 or an 11 is rolled on the next throw of the dice. They lose if a 2, 3, or 12 is thrown. Any other number becomes your come point, and this number must be rolled before a 7 is thrown to win. And finally, field bets can be made at any time of the game. If a 3, 4, 9, 10, or 11 is the next number rolled, you are paid even money. If a 2 or 12 is rolled, you'll be paid double.
Keep in mind, there are a lot of bets you can make at the craps table, so don't forget to attend the casino lessons for more information. And again, just check your Princess patter for times and locations. And my favorite thing about playing craps? Being the shooter, of course. Come on, 8! Yeah! I'm so excited because today I'm going to attend one of Princess Casino's gaming lessons and learn about one of today's most popular games, poker.
The Princess Casinos offer many different versions of poker. There's 3-card poker, Let It Ride, Caribbean Stud, and even Texas Hold'em. Let's start with Caribbean Stud Diamond Edition Poker. This is a linked progressive jackpot throughout the Princess fleet, where your winnings can reach into the hundreds of thousands. First, you must place an initial ante bet. Then, each player is dealt 5 cards face down, and the dealer is dealt 4 cards face down and 1 card face up. After looking at your hand, you then decide whether you want to play or fold. Keep in mind, with Caribbean Stud, you do not get the options of being dealt any more cards. If you decide to fold, you forfeit your ante. If you choose to play, you must make a bet in the bet box of exactly twice the amount of your ante. The dealer's 4 face-down cards are then turned over. If the dealer does not have at least an ace and king, you receive even money on the ante, but will not be paid on the bet. If the dealer does have at least an ace and king, the dealer's cards are compared with each player's cards, and in each case, the best poker hand wins. If the dealer's cards beat your cards, the dealer collects both your ante and the bet. If your cards beat the dealer's cards, you'll receive even money on your ante and a bonus amount on your bet, depending on your hand.
Easy enough, right? And it gets even better. This red circle above the ante box is where you can make an additional $1 wager for a chance to win the progressive jackpot. Now, the jackpot grows throughout the day, so make sure you make this additional bet, because you never know, you could be the next big winner.
Another variation of poker in the Princess Casinos is a game called Let It Ride. Let It Ride is played with both the players and the dealer's cards contributing toward a 5-card poker hand. Each player places 3 equal bets in the betting circles before the round begins. You then try to get a winning poker hand by using your 3 cards, which are dealt to you, and the dealer's 2 community cards, which are dealt face down in front of the dealer. After looking at your first 3 cards, you may ask for your first bet back, or you can let it ride. Then, one of the community cards is turned face up. You may then ask for your second bet back, or you can let it ride. The final community card is then revealed to complete your poker hand. The dealer then collects all remaining bets for all hands that have less than a pair of tens, and of course, pays all winning poker hands accordingly.
And if you have any questions on any of the hands or how much they pay out, just ask your friendly dealer. They'll be more than glad to help you in any way. Now, 3-card poker is as easy as it sounds. You only get 3 cards, so it's fast and fun and a great game to play with your friends.
First, you place an ante bet in the bet box, and then the dealer gives each player 3 cards face down. Once you have seen your cards, you have the choice of continuing to play or to fold. If you fold, you lose your ante bet. If you want to stay in the hand, you then match your ante bet in the play box. The dealer will then turn over their 3 cards. If the dealer holds a queen or higher, then this is a qualifying hand. If your hand beats the dealer's, you will be paid even money on both your ante and play bets. If you do not beat the dealer's qualifying hand, then you lose both bets. If the dealer does not have a queen or higher, then you will be paid only on the ante, and the play bet will be void.
There's also a feature in 3-card poker called Pair Plus, and it lets you bet on your own hand. You have to place this bet before your cards are dealt and